What's up, y'all? Honestly, if creating this channel has taught me anything, is that you really just gotta be yourself. This is like my fifth take because I was trying to make a super serious video, but honestly, even in the most serious of times, I'm not that serious. It really just, it is never that deep. And so I'm gonna be me, and it's gonna be what it is. All right, I really wanted to talk about something that I've been kind of wrestling through and just trying to come to grips with, because to be real with y'all, I have a confession to make. I'm sorry. Here's a confession. I really didn't care nothing about YouTube when I started making this channel, okay? I have never aspired to be a creator or content, whatever, couldn't care less, honestly. But I care about two things, right? I care about being a good steward in the life that God has given me, and I care about my family. And I wanted to be able to, I'm hitting the microphone. I wanted to be able to stay at home with my daughter, because I stayed at home with her for the first year, and then after that, I went back to work and she went to daycare. And I hate that. I want to be able to be at home with her. And so in my mind, I'm just okay, we already have cameras, we already have all this equipment. Why don't I just start a channel to see if I can make some passive income, and maybe it turns into something so that I can actually stay at home with her. That was my motivation. But guess what? It was a selfish motivation, and it didn't go anywhere beyond me and my wants and my desires. And so after my first video, I literally stopped making videos. Why? Because it wasn't that deep. So often we fall into a place of complacency and a place of just being okay with being mediocre and average, because when you don't have a purpose and a why that's deeper than just temporary motivation, it doesn't last. And sure, my daughter is a part of that bigger grand scheme motivation, but really, she loves daycare. She loves school. It's me. I want to be at home with her. I want to spend more time with her. I see the ways that, she's picking up things from her classmates that I don't necessarily like. And so that was my motivation. And so the thing that I really want to get across here is that God did not create you to be a selfish human being. He did not create you to live life and to do things just because you want to and just because it satisfies you. That's literally not the Christian walk. You have to deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow him. And following him means doing what he has asked you to do. He as in God, as in Jesus. God created you, yes, to have community and to find pleasure in the things that he's created, in family and friends and food and in fun and all of that. But at the end of the day, the main reason he created you was to have dominion and multiply his image. And when you're not doing that, when you're not taking the gifts and the talents and the treasures that he's given you, when you're not taking the mind and the creativity that he's given you, when you're not taking these things that are inside of you and using them for a bigger purpose, you feel unfulfilled and you feel unsatisfied. I feel unfulfilled and I feel unsatisfied, which is why we go and we try to look at all these other things and look for all these other things, and we just doom scroll. Isn't that what they call it? Where you literally just sit here and just all day, because you're not doing anything with your life. And that's when I realized I actually care about that. And I started making videos again, not this time, not because, I just want something out of it, but because I realized that there are so many people in this earth or on this earth, including me, that are living less than their potential because we're just simply okay with being complacent. We're okay with not being good stewards. We're okay with not giving our all to our family, with not giving our all to, first and foremost, to God, with not giving our all in taking care of ourselves. We're the type of people that sit there and say that we want to lose weight and then turn around and eat a cookie the first time we see one. We're the type of people that say we want to save money, but then as soon as we see something shiny, we have to get it. We're the type of people that say we want love, but we don't want to give love. We don't want to forgive. We don't want to learn how to be loved by letting Jesus or allowing Jesus to heal us. It's incongruent. And at the end of the day, because I see how that has affected me and because I see it affecting so many others, I said, you know what, God? Though it started with selfish ambition and selfish reasoning, I really think you're saying something to your people today. I really think that you want us to live a life that is truly fulfilling, and it starts with you, Jesus. And so I want you to ask yourself, why do you do the things that you do? And why don't you do the things that you do or that you don't do? Why do you sit there and say you want something and then don't do the things to get it? Why do you sit there and say that you need something but then don't do the things that you want, that you have to get it? Why do you say you want to be this person or say you want to do this thing and then turn around and you're okay with complacency in the same sentence? Why? Because we have not learned how to give it all. We haven't learned that life is beyond us and it's bigger than us. It's about serving Jesus and serving others, loving the Lord and loving others. And until we have a why, until you have a why, until I have a why that's bigger than ourselves, and not why as in letter Y as in WHY. Like, why are you here? Why are you doing these things? And if it's just because it's a temporary fulfillment for a temporary pleasure, it's going to bring you temporary satisfaction. Unless you're doing things for eternal purposes, they don't have eternal value and they're never going to be fulfilling. So that's all I have.